financial field in Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, here's Peyton. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
Big stop, let's go.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. The end result, 21 yards. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 46-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Keenan. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run again with Peyton. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the shift. We go 52.
From the 39, Keenan. The Sanders has got it complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenan. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Jam. Undercrunch. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet.
On first down, Sanders. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the
Keenum. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. First and 10 right at the 20.
Let's get off the field. Check three. He's checked. On 53.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Sanders, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Once again with Sanders. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Maher is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Saquon Barkley running right. They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
First down, New York.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
I don't think you got it. Ready.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
On the ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I can't believe they let you play.
A first down carry for Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jacob Hollister, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Keenum. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or. Hey, watch that. Hey! Check.
On 1st down, Barkley. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
At the 48-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
General West. Hey, seam 6.
Operating from the gun. Herbert gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Hey.
Right check, 33. It's just nice.
From the gun, Herbert. That's complete to Gallman. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready? Check back 33. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Mike check 33. 33.
You ain't going nowhere. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Coaching spell.
To throw again. Herbert. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.